What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. Today we're going to be breaking down Tim Cook, running back for the New York Guardians, giving you guys a fantasy outlook for 2020. If you guys are interested in more XFL content, click that like button, click that subscribe button. We're going to be posting daily content, keeping you guys up to date on all the latest and greatest XFL fantasy news. But anyway, we're not going to waste any more time. Let's get started right away. Alright guys, so as I said, we're breaking down Tim Cook, running back for the New York Guardians. So I think the plan here for Tim Cook is for them to use him kind of like Derrick Henry, but in my opinion, he's more of a fullback. Now, Derrick Henry is basically a bit of a unicorn in the fact that he's a huge running back that also has incredible top-end downhill speed and can just run people over. Tim Cook is coming in at 6 foot tall, 242 pounds, just absolutely dominant. I think he, at least of the running backs I've looked at thus far, he's head and shoulders the biggest of them. But like I said, I think he ends up profiling as more of a fullback. When you look at his comparable here, Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback over in San Francisco, they could definitely use him in that fullback role, and he could still be valuable. I'm not as excited about his fantasy outlook as some people are. We'll kind of go into why I'm warming up to him a little bit. I definitely think he will be their primary goal line back, which will give him a lot of value in usage. But overall, I think his floor is very low. I think you're going to need a touchdown or a couple of 1 and 2 point conversions to make his week. When you look, very low 40-yard dash score, decent downfield speed score, burst score, agility score, pretty athletic, 119.5 Spark X score. But then let's jump over to his college stats. Out of Oregon State, only had one season where he had any carries. He had 30 attempts for 137 yards, so he really didn't really get much of a chance to really see what he could do out of the backfield in Oregon State. But I mean, that says something if you can't rise to the top of your roster in college. He also did get to play in the AAF last year, but again, played second fiddle to Terrell Presley over there in Arizona. Ended up having 56 attempts for 275 yards, 4.91 average, about 39 yards per game. And then he also had 2 receptions for 11 yards. So he's not going to catch the ball. And that is ultimately the thing that is making me hesitant about most running backs that have that kind of a profile in the XFL. Is this is going to be, at least most teams, maybe not Seattle, but most teams, they're going to be passing the ball far more than you would typically see in the NFL. So if you have a running back that can't catch the ball and also isn't very elusive, they're just a power, run them up the middle kind of guy, they're going to get touchdowns. Sure, Tim Cook is going to have some of those 2 touchdown games where you're like, oh, I'm glad I drafted Tim Cook, but he's also going to give you a lot of those. He had 15 carries for 35 yards and no receptions. Why? And I mean, maybe that might even be generous. I'm not sure how many carries running backs are going to get. In the AAF, you'd be happy if you had a running back that got 10 carries. Now, I'm going to be rambling a little bit here, but the AAF and the XFL are a little bit different. There's a lot less running backs on teams because of the roster cut downs and the max roster size that they have in the XFL. So a lot of teams are cut down to 4 or 5 running backs. So you're not going to see as much of the crazy committees that you saw in the AAF, but they're still going to exist, and this is definitely one. I think that Justin Stockton, while won't be the goal line back, definitely carries a higher profile skill set in the receiving game and is the faster running back. So I think there would be a decent proportion of carry splits as well. So with the exception of the goal line carries, I'm just not very excited for Tim Cook. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. If you guys like this content, you want more XFL content, click that like button, click that subscribe button. We will be posting stuff daily for you guys to keep you updated with your fantasy teams throughout the XFL season. If you guys are looking for pre-draft rankings, click that link in the description box below. They're free, be updated all the way up until the time the season starts to keep you guys on your toes, ready for that fantasy season. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.